Oh no!
Despite the fact that there has been no official confirmation yet, we basically know at this point that Sonic Rangers will be an open world game. It's a popular genre that games have been making transitions into, and some, like The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, did it remarkably well. However, I do not think it will pair anywhere near as well with Sonic. There has been much discussion amongst Sonic fans about the concept of open world Sonic games, and from my observations, it seems like a sizable amount of people are hoping Sonic 2022 will finally introduce Sonic to the world of open world gameplay. I believe that this may be a short-sighted desire, even before all of this talk about Rangers leaks. Of course, I can understand the appeal of an open world Sonic game, being able to traverse large beautiful fields, bottomless canyons, abandoned amusement parks and more, all whilst moving at Sonic speeds and jumping around. It sounds fun, it sounds free, it sounds just like Sonic. But therein lies the problem. You may be wondering, how is this a bad thing? Sonic the character is all about being as free as the wind, exploring and helping people. So why would a game that lets you do exactly that be a bad thing? Well, on paper, it's not, but in practice, what meaningful amount of content could a game like this actually provide? This ties into a similar argument I see thrown around when it comes to defending the boost gameplay, being that Sonic goes fast, so he should be able to boost. Just because in a game like Sonic CD the Hedgehog cannot boost, doesn't mean he can't go that fast in universe. In the animated intro to Sonic CD, he seems to move far faster than the player can in-game. But the reason for this is that the faster Sonic moves, the less options designers have to play with. At light speed, nobody would be able to react to the obstacles in the way. Furthermore, in an open world setting, you would want to be able to take in the environment and enjoy the sights. If you're moving at breakneck speeds, then you will miss many of the smaller and intricate details of an area. Subtle elements of characterization such as the way animals may have affected the landscape will more than likely be run past. Since the interesting details may go unappreciated, why would the developers bother making them? In which case, if you force yourself to walk in the hopes of experiencing the charm of an open world, you may find the developers left the land basic. Just because we see Sonic running around at the speed of sound, doesn't mean that it will be fun for us to do so for hours on end. Combat and challenge are other aspects I fear will be absent in an open world Sonic game. For a start, how would dying work?
Kids, there's nothing more cool than being hugged by someone you like. But if someone tries to touch you in a place or in a way that makes you feel uncomfortable, that's no good.
Would checkpoints be lazily scattered around the open world? If so, that could get annoying, as you may have triggered checkpoints in an order you wish you hadn't. Would landmarks act as a checkpoint instead, and you respawn at the nearest one? That could work, but it also means you may be a long way off from where you were before. Or would dying just not be a feature at all? You may think they would never go that far, but tail save in Sonic Colors Ultimate is almost the same thing. Fighting enemies in recent Sonic games is already easy enough. They basically always die in one hit, and you have to try to get hit by their attacks. The one thing they do have is that they were intentionally placed in an area that the designers knew could only be approached in a certain number of ways. If the game becomes open world, Sonic could come from pretty much anywhere. Most of the time, the space would be wide enough to allow Sonic to just weave in and out, unchallenged, as he instantly kills foes. If the Ranger leaks about the spin cycle are correct, then for all combat, all you would do is run in a circle and everything inside it dies. Does that genuinely sound like a fun combat system to you? This is arguably an even greater problem for boss fights. If some bosses are just out and about, nothing's going to prevent the player from running far out of the attack range and back in again to wear down the boss. Assumedly, some boss fights will still be contained to an arena. But another possibility is that Sonic will have actual combat maneuvers. However, multiple leaks suggest it smashed the X button to win. The last time Sonic tried combat, it was with Sonic Boom Rise and Lyric, and we all know how fun that was.
Here we go!
Nothing about past Sonic gameplay lends itself towards an engaging open world experience. The closest we got was with the hub worlds, however they were negatively received by most people. Sonic Adventure's hub worlds are considered to be the better ones, and they were small enough to not become a hassle, but also had enough going on with some puzzles, hidden items, and characters to talk to. But in all cases, the hub worlds were simply supposed to connect the main content of the game together. Creating an open world Sonic will require a playstyle tailored around the experience rather than one ported from the past. A big worry for this 2022 game is that the open world we explore will end up being bland. If the developers are only looking at open world games on a surface level, then there may be many intricacies missing. In games like Breath of the Wild, the player can directly interact with the environment and have a cause and effect that works with the gameplay. One of the first things that comes to mind for Sonic to interact with in the environment is momentum-based physics and platforming. The problem is the teaser trailer implies boost is in the game, so that blows momentum out the window. Even if we say it will still have momentum, it isn't a guarantee it will be done right. As great as it is to have fan games for Sonic that experiment with adding back momentum-based platforming in the 3D space, I almost always see the momentum be overpowered and result in easily skipping large parts of stages. On top of that, it also further trivializes challenge and enemies, which is not what Sonic needs. The classics and Adventure had tightly designed levels which allowed momentum to be gained and used, but only up to a certain point, so that the game can still exist. An open world Sonic game also sounds like it wouldn't have much of a story. Whilst recent Sonic plots haven't been the greatest, I would prefer to try and improve them than remove them. The reason I think this may be the case is mostly due to leaks, but it isn't hard to imagine that the story won't be important. Likewise, I think playable characters won't be returning. Just boost Sonic again. Open world Sonic would be perfect for other playable characters. It would let you re-experience the world in new ways, with some characters accessing areas others could not. Even at a base level, you could have Knuckles climbing walls, Silver picking and moving items, or Blaze setting forests on fire. If this game truly only has Sonic as the playable character, then I can't help but think Sega is aiming low. If Sonic 2022 is well structured, with areas designed to challenge the player, much like normal Sonic stages before colours, and the open world allows Sonic to interact with it in ways that don't simply result in skipping over everything, as well as having a story to follow, then it might have a chance of being okay. But even then, I don't see playable characters returning. In fact, I fear that the controls will be so basic that after the first hour or so, you'll have basically experienced the whole game. I hope I'm wrong though. Anyway, that was all I had to say on the matter. People are assuming that a Sonic open world game will automatically be great, but without a gameplay style designed around it, Sonic won't be able to make the most of it. Thank you for watching this video to the end. I hope you have a great day, and see you next time.